Welcome back, everyone, to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for the latest updates, insights, and conversations shaping the world of the IQD and beyond. Today's headline is catching serious attention. Frank26 drops massive bank update. Not yet, could turn into millions soon. So let's talk about what this means. What's really going on behind the scenes? And why patience might just be the most profitable decision you ever make. You know, every single day, people ask me the same question. Frank, what's going on with the banks? It's the #1 topic in our community. Bank stories have become a kind of legend. Whispered conversations, insider hints, and that feeling that something big is just around the corner. And let me tell you right now, these stories can be like golden goose eggs. Rare, valuable, and often hidden in plain sight. Most of the time, they don't show up when or where you expect. But when one does appear, it can change everything, if you know how to handle it. Now, I remember a time when the word bank story would make people roll their eyes. The moment someone mentioned it, you could almost hear the collective sigh. It's a scam, they'd say. That was the automatic reaction. And honestly, I get it. The financial world has always been filled with half-truths, misinformation, and too-good-to-be-true claims. But times have changed. The landscape isn't what it used to be, and it's important for everyone listening right now to understand that shift. These days, when a bank tells you, "We can't help you right now," that doesn't mean the door is closed forever. That's not a no, that's a not yet. There's a huge difference. One means forget it, and the other means be patient. That's the distinction so many people miss. A scam ends the story, but not yet is a sign that the story is still unfolding. And that's where the opportunity lives, in the waiting. Every single day, my phone rings with people sharing new bank stories. Excited voices, hopeful tones, and yes, sometimes disappointment. They'll say, "Frank, I went to the bank, and they said no." And the next question I always ask is, did they say it's a scam? 99% of the time, the answer is no. It's never about fraud or deception. It's about timing. And timing, my friends, is everything. Think about it. You can have the perfect setup, the right contact, the right paperwork, the right bank. But if the timing's off, it just won't happen yet. And that's where most people stumble. They hear no and immediately assume it's over. But what they don't realize is that those temporary rejections are often part of the process. It's not failure. It's the rhythm of progress. You see, over the years, I've seen thousands of these stories play out. And one thing I've noticed is that the same pattern repeats again and again. People hear something promising, they go to confirm it, and they're told to wait. Most walk away discouraged, thinking they missed their chance. But the ones who understand the pattern, who recognize that no often means not yet, are the ones who eventually see success. It's like planting a seed. You can't rush it. You water it, give it sunlight, and wait. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust the process. And when the time is right, it sprouts. Bank stories work the same way. The no you hear today could be the beginning of a yes tomorrow, but only if you stay patient and persistent. Now let's be clear. The way banks talk to people has changed dramatically in the past few years. They used to avoid these conversations entirely. But today, they're more open, more transparent. They'll say things like, "We're not doing that right now," or "We'll assist you when the time comes." That shift toward honesty is huge. It means there's real movement behind the scenes, and that transparency gives you power. It lets you prepare. You can get your documents in order, align your expectations, and be ready when that window opens. Because when it does, it might not stay open for long. And those who are prepared, mentally, financially, and logistically, will be the ones who benefit. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Most people don't fail because of lack of opportunity. They fail because they give up too soon. They let frustration take over. They stop asking questions. They stop paying attention. But success in this space, and really in any part of life, belongs to those who can keep steady when everyone else loses patience. Let me give you a real example. A client of mine called me last year absolutely crushed. He'd been following a lead, went to the bank, and got told no. He thought it was over. I told him to be patient. They didn't say it's a scam. They just said not yet. 6 months later, he got a call from that same bank. The timing had finally lined up and everything fell into place. If he'd walked away, he would have missed his opportunity completely. That's the power of waiting for the right moment. And just last week, I had another person reach out. He was frustrated, ready to throw in the towel after hearing another no. But when I reminded him of the pattern, his entire outlook changed. Because once you understand that no is part of the rhythm, part of the process, you stop seeing it as rejection. You start seeing it as progress. Look, I know this can be an emotional roller coaster. You hear a story, your hopes go up, and then reality checks in. But I promise you, if you pay attention to the signs, the tone of the bank's message, the consistency in their wording, the quiet confidence behind not yet, you'll start to see that something real is building. You just have to stay alert. And here's another key point. When banks say, "We'll help when the time comes," that doesn't mean the time is far away. It could mean days. It could mean weeks. No one outside those walls knows the exact schedule. But if you're patient and stay connected, you'll be ready when that not yet finally turns into a yes. The truth is, timing and persistence matter far more than excitement and emotion. The people who act impulsively, who try to rush the process, usually burn out. But the ones who understand the bigger picture, who can recognize the rhythm of how these stories develop, are the ones who win in the end. So let's put it simply. A no doesn't mean failure. It means preparation. It means alignment is still happening behind the scenes. The gears are turning, slowly maybe, but they're turning. The system is moving toward that moment when everything lines up perfectly. And if you've stayed patient, if you've stayed prepared, that's when everything can change. To everyone listening right now, don't lose hope. This is a waiting game, but it's not an endless one. The golden goose egg still exists. It's just waiting for the right time to hatch. And when it does, you'll be glad you stayed the course. So if you take anything away from this update, let it be this. Not yet doesn't mean never. It means soon. It means prepare. It means stay ready. Because when that shift happens, and trust me, it will, those who stayed steady will be the ones celebrating. Keep your eyes open, your documents ready, and your mindset strong. This journey is about patience, pattern recognition, and faith in timing. The financial world is finally starting to reveal its cards. And for those who've been waiting, that's a sign of something big on the horizon. This is Iraqi Dinar News, bringing you clarity, context, and confidence in every update. Stay tuned, stay patient, and remember, the story's not over. Not yet could be your $1 million moment waiting just around the corner.